Hello, and welcome to Caring for Me, Caring for You, a thought and a prayer for the week. I'm Greg Johnson, and I am so grateful to have this time just to spend with you. Today, I'm going to talk about the word power, and it's the name of the prayer from our book that we're going through page by page, Peace Be Still, Prayers and Affirmations for Family Caregivers. It was written by yours truly and the Reverend Marian Gambardella. June has been a very special month for me on many, many levels. On June 10th, it was my AA anniversary, and I have always, in all the work that I have done in the world of family caregiving, being very open about that I am gay, that I am an ordained interfaith minister who is now retired, but whose ministry in family caregiving continues, and by grace, it seems to be expanding even more. And I am a grateful recovering alcoholic of many decades now. And I've been privileged to be speaking at many, many meetings, which is something I like to do to celebrate my anniversary because I'm extremely grateful, and gratitude plays a huge central role. Again and again, I hear people struggling, people who have been wounded by somebody else's religion. Now, I'm a minister, and so I believe in religion. I believe in the faith that has been my tradition. But it is only part of. Remember, the word religion comes from the word relegare, to bind onto. So it's a group of rules, of methodologies, of directions that a group of people have agreed to that helps them in the definition and understanding of the one power and presence. But it isn't the only one, because there are many religions all over the world, and yet at the root of all of them is love and the golden rule. As a gift of Alcoholics Anonymous, we focus on spirituality. And any of you who have been in a 12-step group know that you hear the phrase, a higher power. And it's a word that I like, because who are we? Now, you've heard me say this many times. I'm quoting Henri Nouwen when I say it. We are not human beings trying to have a spiritual experience. I suggest, and so does he, that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And it's very true. I often see children, very young. They have just come from that one power and presence, from the divine, from the universe, from source. I don't care what word you use, but there is a power that is much greater than ourselves. And there is a spark of that within each and every one of us. And the gift of life, and for me, it was through the program of AA. For others, it can be caregiving, because this is something that's bigger than me. It is something that's beyond me. And we say, I don't know what to do. Well, we can get rid of the I, and we can go within to the we, because there's little me, and there is also bigger me. Our smaller self, our higher self. And whenever I talk about it, I tend to think of higher self as being back here. Well, what's back there? Those are the chakras, all the chakras that connect us to that one presence and power. Call what you will, source, universe, God, Allah, whatever you want. It is the presence and power that is a spark of which is within each and every one of us. And the gift for us is because of this thing that we have being challenged by, this falling to rock bottom. And I always say, when people say I've hit rock bottom, I say, thank God you've got now the rock at the bottom, which is the source, the divine, on which all of your life will be built. You're no longer alone. And the gift of that is that we begin to be able to partner with that one presence and power. And what does that one presence and power do? It gave us life. It breathes for us. You don't breathe for yourself. I don't breathe for myself. You don't make your heart beat. I don't make my heart beat. It is that presence and power that has given us lunch, given us life. I'm all right. I haven't had lunch. Given us life. Life in whom we live and move and have our being. That's a very, very important understanding. The power and presence. There's one power and one presence. And when we connect with that, we can then say, this is beyond me. Walk with me, guide me. And through various forms of quiet, meditation, prayer, silence, being present, we begin to hear the direction, the love, and the guidance. Now, no matter what you may have been taught earlier on in your life, you may have been somebody wounded by somebody else's religion. Now, I do a lot of counseling, particularly with 12-step folks who have gotten some sobriety under their belt. But we need now to look at spiritual sobriety. And one of the things that I constantly deal with and constantly say, if the concept of God, of the higher power, of that religion that you were given by somebody else, if it's not working for you, there's nothing wrong with that. Take it. Don't fight it. Bless it. Give thanks for it and give it back to the person who gave it to you, because it obviously worked for them, but it's making your life a mess. Now, be free. Be still and know that the universe has a power and a presence, an energy, any of those words, and that is within you. And begin to connect. And as time goes on, you may put specific names to that higher power. For me, it is God. For you, it may be something else, and that's okay. But it is the beginning to walk into recovery and to walk into a life that is the spiritual life. That is the essence of the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol and our lives had become unmanageable. And then we have 11 more steps, and the 12th begins, having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps. Well, I have used those same steps, those same 12 steps, with many people in the world of family caregiving, and simply say, my name is, and I'm powerless over, put in the name, and my life has become unmanageable. Awareness, acceptance, and action. You are not alone. There is help. There is a power greater than you who resides within you and is waiting patiently in love to walk with you. Today's prayer, power. O divine friend, creator, sustainer of life, thank you for this promise and blessing of support, strength, and constant presence. At times, the burdens and challenges of my caregiving duties seem too much, too overwhelming, truly impossible. But with you, O God, all things are possible. I picture a mountain tall, solid, majestic. I see in nature a live portrait of you, my rock and my redeemer. I breathe in your presence and power. I release my fears, and I am renewed. I remember fear, F-E-A-R. It means face everything and recover. I give thanks and then move on in action. I do not dwell on the negative, the fear-filled ideas. I acknowledge it and release it to you. I turn my thoughts to you. I rejoice that for me and for my care recipient, we claim in faith the words shared by many traditions. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And it is so. Amen and amen. Thank you for being with me today. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful summer, a wonderful Sunday. Yes, we've just gone into that season here in this hemisphere. I know the program is watched by people all over the world, so some of you are heading into winter. But whatever season of your life, may it be a season that you walk with the creative presence and power that is within you. And together, you create lives filled with miracles, love, and joy. And as we say, onward in love and caregiving. Namaste. God bless. And thank you. Thank you for being with me. And thank you for letting me share my personal anniversary. God bless. And I'll see you